Looks like Greta Gerwig's Narnia movie has begun filming officially, and it will be starring Emma Mackey, Daniel Craig, Carey Mulligan, and Meryl Streep. It will be releasing on next year on Netflix and in IMAX theaters. This is gonna flop. It's gonna flop bad for a plethora of reasons. One, because the main reason is one, they're casting Meryl Streep to play the living representation of Jesus Christ in the Narnia world. Aslan. Aslan is meant to be Jesus. Jesus, known as the lion. Aslan is meant to be Jesus. He's meant to be a representation of the Son of God, Jesus Christ himself. That's who he's meant to be. So casting Meryl Streep as Aslan completely disrespects the entire movie and completely disrespects C.S. Lewis's whole legacy. That's a complete disrespect. And Greta Gerwig, she's a freaking universalist, which is one of the dumbest religions on the freaking planet. It's a religion that says, "Oh, all religions, it accepts all religions," and that gobbledygook crap out there. It just complete bull crap. It is so ridiculous. Like that whole belief is completely contradictory of itself. Like you can't have all religions be accepted and believed because there are quite a few who contradict others and conflate and contort and do not mix in any sort of way. But here she is, being a universalist, one of the most broken worldviews in the face of reality. She's not the proper person. Greta Gerwig is not the proper person to create Narnia. And what I heard is they're doing an adaptation of The Magician's Nephew, which again, she won't do justice. She won't do justice to it. They say, I mean, she said outright said this is going to be like, it's going to be about rock and roll, which is nothing, absolutely has nothing to do with Narnia. It's a story based before rock and roll began, before rock and roll was a thing in the 20s to 30s during World War One. In fact, it is so ridiculous. It's so just everything I've heard about this. I have no hope for this. I don't think it's going to do good in theaters. It's going to fail in theaters quite disastrously. It's going to be absolutely laughing stock in theaters. There's no hope for this. This is a very religious story. Creating this to be about rock and roll and making a lion, the lion, the literal representation of Jesus, a woman. It's just ridiculous. You're making the all-powerful being a woman. That's kind of stupid. And the annoying thing about this, like I've read some of the books. I haven't read all of them yet, and I'm still. I think C.S. Lewis is a remarkable writer, and his stories are just so phenomenal. But Greta Gerwig is just gonna bastardize and completely destroy the man's legacy, and I'm confident in that. She did. I hear she did decent with Barbie. I have no idea. I have not watched the movie, and I'm never going to. It's not something I'm interested in. I mean, it wasn't made for me. It was made for, women. That's its target demographic. But to me, I just refuse to watch it. I'm not interested in it. But this was created by C.S. Lewis, and every single thing I have heard about this from the official, from the official announcement that Greta Gerwig would be helming it. None of it sounded good. None of it sounds reasonable. None of it sounds like, any sane or logical human being is actually deciding this. They just put like, Greta Gerwig because she was, popular for the Barbie, and they're like, yeah, she would be a good choice. And I'm not saying she's a bad like filmmaker or director or producer. I'm just saying she's not the right choice for this. There's not many people who are. I think if you wanted that done accurately, you'd have to give it to a company like Angel Studios and or I- hell, Neil McDonough. You give this you let Neil McDonough handle this project, and it could be done pretty accurately. Has to be someone who is. This has to be something created by someone who is a faithful, like a Christian, or even Catholic or someone who at least understands the faith, understands Jesus, and understands the stories of Narnia. But everything I've heard about Narnia reboot is nothing good, nothing that sounds like they're going to become any bit faithful towards the stories, and it just honestly, it's ridiculous. I am more than confident that this movie is going to be a colossal failure. I'm not even like interested in the fact that Daniel Craig's apparently in this. I just none of this sounds good. None of this sounds interesting. This sounds like it's going to be a complete disaster. And man, I can go on. This is just it is ridiculous. It's just so absurd that this is going to be a disaster. I am more than confident in that. And I can see that nobody's really excited for this because nobody wants this. Nobody but maybe Greta Gerwig's most passionate fans wants this. I don't even know if she has any passionate fans. I mean, I guarantee she does. Every major producer, director, showrunner, every single one of these guys and gals have a dedicated fan base, whether it's a very small, very niche fan base or very big. Like you get the Snyder, fan bros. They got he's a big freaking fan base. You get Gun. The Gun is another example of a pretty sizable freaking fan base who are pretty ride or die Gun or ride or die Snyder or Nolan ride or die Nolan films or the ride or die uh, Reeves films. There's a lot of people who are like ride or die. Like there's a ride or die Quentin Tarantino guys who and like every director, every producer, every showrunner has these very dedicated fan base. I guarantee her fans are pretty freaking excited for this. But like I said, I have no hope for this. I don't think this is gonna be good. I have no faith that this is gonna be doing any justice to C.S. Lewis's legacy or to the story that was told in these in the Narnia's books. And yeah, man, I just like I don't think this is gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna be good at all. I think it's gonna be bad. I'm and if since this is gonna be a Netflix and IMAX theaters, I really don't think it's gonna do good because they're gonna try to inflate the numbers. Can't hide that there will be a box office fail. Anyway, that's all I've got. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because man, I can go on. I have no faith in this. But let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.